today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First time we get to see this Baltimore offense here, and feast your eyes on the Madden cover man, Lamar Jackson, taking the field, ready to lead them at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
His pass intercepted by the Titans.
Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Titans first down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack on first down, Tannehill. This completes a Henry over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever they do.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
3, Ravens nothing.
Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Well, these 2 teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago, and really along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted by the Titans. They'll take over.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The NFL Madden League Season 182020 games and highlights coming up next of Week 1.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Tannehill. Smith catches left side.
Tannehill's
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
brings up 2nd.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, That's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. They had the short field, and they made quick
NFL
work
matchups
of it.
2020 Green Bay Packers 7-2 Indianapolis Colts 6-3.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, Ingram, Jackson, option right. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
3rd and 4.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Ravens nothing.
On second down, it's Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Baltimore Ravens.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep.
Jackson's pass.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts, but the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Week 1 NFL matchups 2-0-2-0 Kansas City Chiefs 8-1 Las Vegas Raiders 6-3 coming up next.
Inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First down on 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To the air again, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Gostkowski for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Ravens, nothing. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Jackson from the shotgun.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field.
21-yard attempt.
They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Week 1 NFL matchups 2020 Philadelphia Eagles 5-4 Cleveland Browns 5-4.
Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
From his goal line here, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So first thing crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The 34-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start down at NRG Stadium as New England returns to the site of their Super Bowl 51 triumph to take on Houston. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Cam Newton throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown a touchdown pass. In our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Complete to Derek.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
Now it's Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And the ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Tannehill. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Tannehill on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill throwing again. And this completes to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. And this is caught at the 8. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram.
Jackson's
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Again, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Week 1 NFL matchups 2020 Los Angeles Rams 6-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7-3.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw left side, complete. It's Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
Jackson's pass complete to Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jack Crawford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Tannehill going to throw it. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith catches left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to throw. Tannehill got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Tannehill. And that's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Willie
Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
Raven.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
Week 1-1 Tennessee Titans 2-4 Baltimore Ravens 1-0 final.